Hi guys, how you doing? It's Billy here. It's Saturday afternoon. I'm back. Last time I was up, I was having some problems with the memory of my phone. A big shout out to Nancy DeLong from TKC Karate Centers. She gave me advice online to reboot Facebook, in other words, uninstall it and reinstall it. And Nancy, thank you so much. It worked. So now I have some G-Bytes that I can do some filming here. So now I can have a structural tutorial out there that doesn't get cut off. All right. So what I'm going to get back to is I want to elaborate on shifting and bumps. Okay. Largely, when I explain these things, I just like to use boxing as a format. So if we're talking about the tools to use, we're talking straight punches. So we're going to go jab, jab, cross, just as something for me to explain it from. And basically what we're talking about is shifting or bumping. We're getting into position to flank our opponent or cut our opponent off or turn with our opponent. All right. In a nutshell, whatever foot you have forward, and if you go to the outside of the front foot, you don't have to switch your stances, all right? So you drop and you bump, all right? If you need to go to the outside of your back leg, you're going to shift your feet. In other words, you're going to step forward, all right? So you're going to go like this. Now, you could stay there or not stay there. It really doesn't matter. But the idea is that's how you're going to have balance and control. And then, from my perspective, I'm always considered elbow control because that's a controlling lever of the body. All right. So, in other words, if I'm saying pressuring a person, and I'm throwing a jab, jab, cross, okay, and they go to my left, immediately I want to try to cut off their motion to be able to shut them down in an advantageous position. Okay. So what you're doing fundamentally with your legs and everything is you're going to be using your feet, your calf muscles, to spring off your feet. Yes, your knees play a part. Your whole body is a big spring. That's the best way to explain it. And you want to try to move with no tension, okay? You're going to have necessary tension in the muscles that you're using, yes. But you want to try to relax and move with no tension and understand how to effortlessly move your body. So in other words, you're going to hop off feet. That's why we jump rope in boxing, okay? So with that said, so when you practice jab, jab, cross, boom, when you recoil, now when this person goes this way, all right, you're going to step and drop on your front knee, and you're going to spring and cut off punch. That cut off punch could be a slap, a hook, just sticking your arm out there, getting them to deal with it, all right? And then from there, you'll land and you'll finish, all right? So a simple thing to do, I won't move so much so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you go jab, jab, cross, you bump, you hook, 1, 2, all right? That's going to your outside. Your outside being outside your front leg, all right? Because it's to your backside, it's to your outside. When you're moving to your right or to your inside, it's more your belly's exposed. That's why we call it to the inside. In this case, my right leg. So when that happens, it's jab, jab, cross here. Now when I see him move, I'm going to step, throw something wide, and capitalize on stopping him that way. So that's really the basic difference between a bump and a shift. And I just wanted to elaborate on that because there seems to be a little confusion about what that is, because a lot of people will say in boxing, well, you don't want to switch your feet. Well, how so? Why not? The more you can do, the more unlimited you are. The more you restrict what you can and can't do, the more limited you are. So it's just common sense that you want to be able to move in all 4 directions in either stance. It doesn't really make any difference. And you want to be proficient in all of it. So that's what the idea is here, all right? So again, when you come in here, jab, jab, cross, boom, you recoil, you see him bump this way, you cut him off, all right? When you go to your right side, boom, 1, 2, you step across, cut him off, all right? You can also turn, you know? In other words, if they don't, and they're right here, okay? So you go 1, 2 here, and he's right here. You can turn, boom, an uppercut, all right? Same thing if you're going to go to the right side. 1, 2 here. You could step and turn, boom, you uppercut. You're all right there. So it's advantageous to understand this and to practice it, all right? So that's what I really wanted to touch on as far as the bump and the shift. And you can use any tools you like, okay? You can kick, you can punch, you can play blade, you can play stick, you can do whatever you want. The idea is this is about motion and about flanking your opponent. You're either going to cut your opponent off, or you're going to monitor and turn your opponent or turn yourself. Now remember, the biggest lever on the body is the head. And the other major levers are the elbows and the knees. Secondary levers are shoulders and hips. Learn to use those. Learn to play off those things, okay? Because when I refer to elbow control, your right hand is going to monitor and control their left elbow. Your left hand is going to monitor or control their right elbow. It doesn't work well if it's left to left or right to right. All you can do with that really is turn. It can't control. So this is just something to consider. Okay? Now, for anybody who's interested in self-defense boxing, which is pretty much what I'm about these days, please feel free. You can call me at 818-987-1760 and leave me a message, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. The way I like to teach it, just so everyone knows out there, basically I like to teach what's called partner sessions. In other words, you and a partner train together, and because it's interactive, and really what you're learning about is yourself, and you're learning how to be comfortable being uncomfortable, so you can function under duress. That's really what it's all about, and it's all done in skill specificity, and it's really a lot of fun. So it could be a wellness program, it could be a fitness program, it could be a self-defense program. You can even compete with the skills you learn from me. That's fine, but that's not the emphasis. The emphasis is about learning about yourself, so it's really a psychological training. The higher levels, we take the equipment off. So now you're dealing with the bare fist and raw contact, so it goes from there. All right, and the other thing I'm also involved in the Filipino martial arts is the Campo JDCIO. That's a Eskrima art of Manong Herminio Olavidas. I currently train under Jason Alahai out of Irvine. He's the USA representative of the Campo JDCIO. Jason can be reached at 1-863-332-2676 if you have any questions. And we are trying to urge people to get involved with the Campo JDCIO. Start your study groups in your areas. I'm located in Chatsworth, so you can reach me at the phone number I just recited at, or you can reach Jason on the phone number I just gave you for him. He's in Irvine, California. You can also email Jason at decampousa@hotmail.com. And DeCampo is DECAMPO USA@hotmail.com. Okay? So please, feel free to look into that, and he'll explain the history of it, and it's a fascinating martial art. You can also go on the web or the internet and look up Herminio Olavidas or the Campo JDCIO and see some of the finest stick work you will ever lay eyes on. The man is amazing. And Jason himself is pretty damn good at the stick. Alrighty? Okay, so thank you very much. That's what I wanted to talk about today, and let's see how this memory on my phone works out. If it's working good, you'll see more of me up here. I have a lot to share. All right? Thank you very much. Have a wonderful Saturday evening. Peace.